Hey trackies, welcome back to another video here on TXT Track Time. Please remember to like the video and also subscribe to the channel. Trackies, we have been waiting to hear from the one guru, Stephen Francis, and he's come out and he's let off a plethora of BOMBS. Yes, he's been dropping them left, right, and center, and for them drop on. Let me tell you something. It has dismantled them completely. But there's one particular thing he said about Kishane Thompson that I really want to get into right now. No, there's all the talk about experience heading into championships. Kishane Thompson will live up to expectations because it's his first time around. And I found all these talks quite interesting when there's so many instances of first timers heading to championships and walking away with gold. It has happened before and it will keep happening. But yet, in this instance, people want to put on Kishane Thompson because he has no experience, that he will not be able to live up to the big stage. When the reality is, you all don't know because he hasn't done it yet. Give him the opportunity to do it, and then you can talk. But until then, I don't understand how all of you all are throwing in this whole experience when it comes to Kishane Thompson. Well, guess what? Guess what? The big man, the coach himself, Stephen Francis, has spoken. Him said, look here, I don't know what all this talk be, but this experience, this and this experience, that. All that matters is speed.
Where is that with mental pressure? You know what I mean? I don't see the pressure because at the end of the day, everybody is talking about experience and it's all about speed.
You all hear that? He said all that matters is speed. Yes, in this instance, speed is literally going to kill. And there's absolutely nothing no one will be able to do about it because Kishane is that much faster than everyone else. Trackies, I'll go into something further that he said. No, reportedly, he has said, Stephen Francis, that Kishane has not run to his maximum yet. He says nobody has seen Kishane run at his maximum yet, and that his exploits at the trials 9.82, 9.84, 9.77 are unmatched even by Usain Bolt. That is literally what Stephen Francis had to say. Trackies, not me back there. I need to cough. The world record holder, Usain Bolt, he is saying, Stephen Francis, that Kishane Thompson's speed is unmatched at this point, even by one Usain Bolt. Now, trackies, I'm not going to tell you any lies. When I think about Kishane Thompson, I'm also thinking the same thing because you all know I've talked about Kishane so much, leading into 2024. And one thing I said about Kishane was that, listen, if Kishane is able to fix, a few of the errors that we see in his racing technically, right, his start still needed to be worked on a lot, plus just his form and execution, to me, it was a bit raggedy. No, I'm no coach, so I can't tell you the technical terms, but I'm just saying, from that standpoint, there's so much, in my opinion, just watching him that he needed to work on. And what was interesting coming out of the trials was after that 9.77 run, I started to say to myself, but hold on. I was saying that Kishane would run a 9.6 if he fixed all these things. You know what I mean? But what we noticed that, yes, the start is better, but we can still visibly see so much room for improvement from a Kishane Thompson. Plus, given the fact that he still hasn't gone all out yet and he was able to clock a 9.77, Mr. said, hold on there, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Have I been underestimating Kishane Thompson? Because given how things look right now, and I'm talking about the end of the Jamaican trials, if he had put pedal to the metal, or whatever surface is in Jamaica, the track, if he had put pedal to that, what exactly would he have run? A 9.6? Can we all agree that he would have run a 9.6? Okay, all right, so we're all agreed. So let's go back another moment and think about the fact that Stephen Francis himself said that none of the athletes, none of the MVP athletes will be performing to their best. They're not peaks yet. They're just turning up to the trials to run and qualify. That was the goal. That was the end goal for all these athletes, and they executed that well. But Kishane did it a little better than everybody else because given the fact that he wasn't peaked yet, and given the fact that he jogged, he still clocked 9.77 seconds, which left many saying, if this was an all-out run, this was definitely 100% giving 9.6. So what got happen round a Paris? What got happen round a Paris when he's slated to be at his absolute best for this season? We're not talk overall because Kishane is still new to the sport, so there's so much room for improvement in years to come. But we just talk about this season here. What got happen this season here round a Paris? That was a big question for me because if we're getting 9-6 already, you know what I mean, at the national championships, potentially if he didn't slow down or ease down from 60 meters, what him more than a Giwi. You know what I mean? When him fully ready to go at Paris. Check is my man passed 9-6 and I did it in a video already. I said to you all that, hey, based on what I'm getting here, based on what I'm seeing here, I will not talk about with Kishi and cleaning up every single thing just yet because, as I said, he's still very new to the sport, still so much, years to go, so much more that he can do. But just right now, track is Itagi world record. It is giving world record at that Itagi. Now, track is, I'm not going to tell you no lie. Come Paris, the men's 100-meter finals is going to be a race to watch because given all of the improvements as well in technology, I see a lot of people talking about expecting a faster track. We know that in previous years, you've gone to certain championships and the tracks have done, phenomenal for the athletes in terms of boosting the performances as well. One track that I always love to see athletes perform in is, Beijing. Beijing for me is a really fast track. I think London ranks in there as well. And clearly Eugene, tops them all in my opinion. But yeah, those tracks are super fast. I believe as well Tokyo, was up there as well on the ranking as it relates to tracks that, assisted, or improved, performances that much more. So when you take all that thing into consideration, now you think about Kishi and again, and you think about Paris, think given that he would have ran, 9-6 in a Jamaica, and we know no Jamaica got already on the Jamaican track. Some people like to say Jamaica track fast, but give it a break because any time that has been run by any Jamaican on that Jamaican track, it has been gone. These athletes have gone elsewhere in the world and run much faster. So give it up when you're talking about Jamaica short track, Jamaica fast track, Jamaica this, that, and the sun, right? But we know for sure that right now Kishane Thompson is even more deadlier than anybody was expecting. And I believe that heading into Paris, we will see something that will potentially challenge Usain Bolt's world record, if not shatter the world record right about now. Call me crazy, call me lunatic. But right now, track is that is the vibe I am getting. And it's absolutely mortifying because a couple years ago, I could not say that we'll be seeing a guy, challenging the 100-meter world record. We talked about the 200 meters, and seeing guys that are coming close, right? But the 100 meters, there's been no debate about that. And out of nowhere, we're literally seeing Kishane literally in a season do so phenomenal and expected to challenge a time so phenomenal is mind blowing to me. But I'm absolutely here for it, guys. Let me now know your thoughts in the comment section below. So, Stephen Francis says, hogwash when it comes to this experience. Blah, blah, blah. Who cares? It's all about the speed. And it's a speed that will destroy everyone at the Paris Olympic Games. Want to say, want to agree with Stephen? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. As usual, like the video and subscribe to the channel. I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.